Assalamu alaikum everyone and welcome back. In this video we will be doing 2012 question 17. It's been a long time since I've recorded past paper solutions because that's something we usually do in classes. So yeah, anyways, this is an interesting question and I just wanted to finish up all the area and ratio questions. That's why I'm here. Anyways, here what do we see? We see that ABCD is a parallelogram. Okay, good. And then there is a so many useless. Oh, there's an important information here. DF to FC is 3 to 4, and AD to DG is 1 to 1. What does that mean? It's just the ratios, it's not the actual values. It's the most simplified version of ratio. So if DF is 3, FC will be 4. Similarly, if DF is 6, FC will be 8. Or if DF is 12, FC will be 16 because that times 4. So this also times 4. That's what we call ratios. They're comparing it together, alright? But of course, let's just use the basic one because that's what the question gave us. Next thing, we also know that AD and DG is 1 to 1. What does that mean? This is an important information. 1 to 1 means they are exactly the same. If this is 1, this is also 1. If this is 2, this is also 2. If this is 3, this is also 3. If this is 4, this is 4. If this is 99, this is also 99. They are same. So you can either write as 1 1 or I would suggest you to write them as equal. So DG and AD, they are equal to each other. Alright, there's one more information that's very important actually. The area. Oh, one of the areas given. That's a very good thing because you can now use ratios. How do I do that, right? So I know that triangle DGF, this little triangle here, that area is 3 cm, so you can write it there, 3 cm square. Now why I'm writing the unit? Because it helps me to remember that the thing that I wrote inside is the area. And one more thing, I usually when it's my exam or when I'm doing the test, I will write the numbers of the sides on the line itself so that I don't get confused because my ugly writing, I can get confused anytime. Okay, now what do I need to find? I need to find a parallelogram area. How do we find area of a rectangle first? Rectangle, the normal shape rectangle is length times width. Parallelogram is similar. You need to have your base and then you also need to have your height. And then, so it will be base times height. Do I need to divide by 2? Of course, no. You don't need to cut. Okay, it's basically like that. If you cut, it becomes a triangle. That's why we don't cut. So it's just if you have your AB and if you have your height, you can have everything of the question. But how do I find the height? That is the question. I only have this information. Then, how do I do? Well, if for doing these types of questions, there are two basic things that you need to know. That if there is a similar triangles, if there are any similar triangles, what happens? Area ratios are side ratio ka square. But if they are not similar, but same base, different height, thongdai go. Oh my god, I forgot the English spelling. Different height. Then area ratio will be height ratio. The different heights are different areas. And of course the opposite as well. If same height, different base, they're actually the same thing because base times height divided by 2. Area ratio is the base ratio. Okay, these are the three main things we do in triangles, areas and stuff. Okay, how about this? Do we have any similar triangles? Maybe. Yeah, actually we do. But then if it's hard to find, let's do something else. Do we have any same base, different height? No, they are different base. This does not even know. We don't even know the heights yet. And then same. This is also not yet done. So maybe we will have to use similar triangles. Where is the similar triangle here? How do we know if something is a similar triangle? Similar triangle. Two main things. If you see this shape or if you see this shape, they are similar triangles. How is this same? Because they are parallel. First of all, opposite angles are same. There's a Z there. Okay, so they are similar triangles. How about this? The small triangle is similar to the big triangle. Of course, these two lines are parallel. Like parallelogram, the whole thing is parallel. Do we see any of these shapes? Yes, we have one. Yeah, this one, right? So this is a similar triangle. So we will have to use this one, but we don't know the bottom line yet. So, but we know something else. What do we know? We'll look at it in a while. So, if I want to find the height of this, I will need to find basically this all heights are same. How do I find? If I can find the height of this, I can also find the height of this. How? Because the small triangle is similar to this big triangle there. Okay? So if this is 1 here, the big thing is 2. Similarly, if this is 3, the big thing there is 6. But how about the areas? Areas does not mean that they will be the same, right? Areas are not same in similar triangles. Area ratios are side ratio square. But of course, let me find the height. If I can find this height will also, the big triangle will be just double of it. What I mean, if I can find this height here, the big height will be just double of it. So my goal is to find the small height. I can find it actually because I have so many information there. Now this 3 and 4 was just a ratio. It's not fixed value. But you can choose to let it be the fixed value. What does that mean? So we let df be actual 3. If 3 is the base here, what's the height? Base times height divided by 2, you can find the area of the small triangle. And we know that the small triangle is 3. So base times height divided by 2 is the area. Base height. Can we find out the h here? H is 2. So if we know this height is 2, can we know the total height of the big triangle? Yes, just double it, because if this is 1, the whole thing is 2. So if this is 2, the whole thing is 4. Okay, so we now know the big triangle height is 4. Until here, it's 2. So what is left at the bottom? Yep, the total thing is 4. Until on the top is just 2. The bottom will be left as 2 as well. Then for this parallelogram, do we have all the information? Because we fixed that 3 is the actual value, that means this 4 is also the actual value. So do we know the full thing? Yes, 3 plus 4, 7. So the base is 7. And how about the height? We just found it. So base times height. Base times height. 7 times height, 2. 7 times 2 is 14. You got all the information. So you want to find the area of parallelogram, you need to have your base, you need to have your height. Now base, we just made them as fixed values, so you can do that way. Now we can do fixed value easily because you have so many information about triangle. If you have the area, you have one of the base, you can easily find your height because base times height divided by 2 is the area. Okay, you got the question? Hopefully, if you don't get it, please let me know on